Yeah, wood cookies.
Oh, I was gonna say, whoa, cookies.
Cookies.
Hi, Jake.
Hey, Jake.
And James, real quick, don't worry about that today. I was only going to be on there an hour anyway, and it was time to go. It was a good reminder.
Mm-hmm. We'll probably use walnut and get some walnut cookies and make some end grain cutting boards out of those, because just finish them up
easier.
and do it that way. And then you can sell them a lot cheaper. So somebody that does want an end grain but can't really afford a good end grain cutting board, go that way, as long as the center and the pith of it are in decent shape. Because you get a lot of those and you're starting to get rot and stuff. So that'll be the key there.
Well,
Yeah.
that's better cookies than what they were talking about last night on Lauren and Joel's live. They got to talking about prank cookies, and one that came up that I can remember is Oreos, except with toothpaste in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like,
no. Rebecca, that is perfectly
Hard time.
fine. I'm glad that you got that your car is going to get back on the road, and we wish we could have done more to help you out, Rebecca.
Yeah.
We're popping in.
Good.
Cherokee girl, howdy.
Glad to see y'all in here. But
Scotty, howdy.
So, but yeah, we're gonna have to get back in the shop. They came by later and asked if we was gonna be going back next year, and I told her, I said, we're not gonna go ahead and commit right now. I said, we just depends on how much time we can get back out in the shop and if we can get anything done. Because we went into this year with hardly anything, just because we haven't been able to be out in the shop. We've had so many other things going on, so that, and it's either been was too cold, and then it went from too cold to too hot.
okay, come clean now. You said you made a little bit of money, but how much did you spend on jams?
Actually, not that much. $8. And we've been talking about, I don't know how it came up, but the rhubarb syrup. I'm like, well, that'd be good over some vanilla ice cream. But Tina asked her about that, and she goes, yeah, she gave her phone number and everything. She's down in Centerton, Arkansas. So if I'm serious and want some, she'll make me some rhubarb syrup or strawberry rhubarb syrup, whichever I want. I'm like, that makes some vanilla ice cream really good. Slap that rhubarb syrup.
Whistle Stop Homestead. Howdy, Ed. Welcome in.
Glad you're here.
Hi, Amy and Chris at Leonard Mountain Homestead.
Hey, guys. Welcome in.
Cherokee Girl is a new one I haven't seen before. Hello.
I'm seeing everybody on my phone. I was like, I don't see that.
I didn't see Rebecca on here.
I didn't either.
She's on ours.
She's on our channel.
Ah.
Yep.
Welcome in. Hey, there's
Rebecca
Tony
had a...
in the woods. We're
Hey,
representing tonight.
There's Tony
Hi, Tony.
and Heaven's Fire 18.
Hi, Heaven's Fire.
Glad everybody's here.
You too, Paul. Evening, everyone. You too, Paul. Oh, goodness.
I don't fit under everyone. Everybody else.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. We're using the phone. It's back just far enough where I can't read everybody's chat.
You see me now.
Now I can say howdy, Amy.
Glad you're in.
Yeah, it was a long week, and what I worked.
You got that down, Paul.
Yep, I guess I do.
Hardest channel on YouTube to find, The Jar.
Uh-huh.
She's watching yours instead of Eric and Tina's. Oh, I see how we go. I thought we were friends. And the guy you're watching gave you a hard time about using the bathroom.
That's right.
Don't you remember this? Come on.
Sup, Chris?
I'm on both.
Oh, well, you're probably not on mine because I didn't co-stream or nothing. So,
Well, why not, Paul?
Yeah.
oh, brain dead. It's kind of like Johnny was talking about your metric, and I didn't get any of that. I already know what he was talking about. I'm not dumb, but the only thing I could think was My favorite metric is 10 millimeter because if it's not 3/8 or 7/16 and it's between them, it's going to be a 10.
That's right.
And then the 10's usually lost somewhere.
Yeah, I have one 10 millimeter socket and I'm not telling where I keep it.
Hi, David. Hi, Angie. Angie. And we got Tony and Angie, so we got Angie.
We didn't make
Scott's
it.
live. What's
That's
going
why.
on? There's Lila Newton.
Lila Newton's here.
Hey, Lila, welcome in. Glad y'all are here on this late night. Sitting there watching the moon
Okay.
come up over the house, and it's gonna be nice again tonight.
Portland HQ, Dink and Tank. Tamara, you need to put on there how to spell Tamara because we've spelled it every way under the sun in the chat.
She never argues.
I want to know.
Mhm.
A lot of talk to text, and talk to text usually messes it up. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think talk to text ought to have a redneck setting so it can
It
understand.
should.
I
Yeah,
agree.
because you got to proofread that. If you don't proofread that, you may send something you didn't say.
Yeah. Well, when back in was it
Tamra.
2016, when my grandpa passed away, I'm driving to Joplin just before he passed away. First got in the hospital, and everybody's texting me, so I'm doing the talk to text, and it wasn't even as bad. It was worse than it is now. And I get to the hospital and get a few minutes to go back and start reading through the text and reading what it sent. I'm like, oh, good grief. It's like, how did anybody understand what I said? Because it was all kinds of jumbled up.
Cora.
So
Hi, Cora. It's Tamra.
I've seen
Yeah,
that.
right.
I probably won't be able to remember that. I've got another friend named Tamara that spells it different.
Stitching it up, capturing country life. Welcome in.
glad you guys are here.
I
So
may have to put my sweater
Well,
on. Starting to
I
get a little-
haven't heard the report yet, Paul, but my dad took cattle to the sale barn today. But when I talked to him, he said it was not very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering how long it was going to last before they started dropping.
But it was,
Yeah.
I mean, up, you know how it is in our country, it's so dry. Like they don't know where they're going to go with them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's running out of water, everybody's out of grass.
One of the only things we got going for us is we got a good first cut in the hay.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a lot of people got a good first cut in the hay, and you know when we've had this before, hay would be up. You'd see a lot of round bales $70 and $90, and right now you can find a lot of it for 40 and 50. So that's
Yeah.
the thing we really got going for us, and that and what my dad's uncle Bacon always told us. Clarence Bacon always said, "Guys, it always has rained." He could tell you exactly when it's going to rain right here at the end of this dry spell.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
We're supposed to have a 20% chance for Monday, but
Yeah, they dropped. That was 30% for quite a while, and they dropped it down, and they had another one like was it Wednesday or Thursday, and they took it completely out.
Mm.
I was telling Kevin, I said, "Yeah, we're going to cut on Monday, but you know, they're calling for best chance of rain we've had in over a month, and it's 30%." And he looked on his phone because he's like, "Really, 30%?" They'd already knocked it down to 20.
Yeah.
We all know around here that 20% it could be anything from absolutely nothing to gully washer. So
Yep. And my dad always said when we was custom baling hay, you had a 20% chance of rain with a clear blue sky.
right.
mm-hmm.
I'll never forget years ago. I had a boss at one of the dealerships. He was an older fella, and his dad used to come in and I mean, you know, Melvin was like 92 or 3, you know, and he was in there one day, and we had like 2 years worth of drought like this, you know, just dry as could be. All of a sudden, it just comes up pouring rain. I mean, raining like you wouldn't believe, like pouring out of a 5-gallon bucket onto a flat rock, you know. And an old Mel standing there in the doorway of this mechanic shop with his hands in his back pockets, about half bent over, and pretty soon he says, "Well, I hope it don't flood." I mean, he never could see that was the most, like, he could see the bad side no matter what.
Always the glass half empty guy.
Yeah, I mean, it was, well, by golly, I hope it don't flood.
Huh?
I'm thinking, Mel, it could rain for a week. We wouldn't flood as dry as we did.
I'll tell you something that happened in your neck of the woods and east of here that always got us about county fair time. Our county fair was in Miami, Oklahoma, and the fairgrounds was right on the Neosho River. And there's times whenever that would flood over there, and we'd be in a drought, and they'd be having that part of the fair down because it was flooding while we're in a drought.
Mm-hmm.
That's like having to deal with both ends at the same time.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri
Where our
survived
county
12
fair
years.
is always the third week in July. It's always the hottest week. It used to always be when the 4-state farm show happened in Pittsburgh, Kansas. It was always the hottest week of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And you guaranteed during that week, one day would come just this, thunderstorm and just give, about 2 to 3 tenths worth of rain just to make sure that you were good and steamed by the end of the week.
Yeah.
Because all it did was made it more humid and miserable.
Yep. And it's like the McDonald County Fairgrounds. They've got the one barn on the end where they've got all the livestock on one half, and then the other one that's partially air conditioned where they got some of their booths. And then everybody else that they don't like is in just the open pole barn, which sits right in between the main one and then a greenhouse. So you get like no breeze through there at all, and all you are is just in an oven. You sit there, and then it would rain a little bit, and you just die.
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty familiar with that.
Mm-hmm. And we
I
said,
see you guys are wearing your Our Cabin in the Woods shirts. I'm wearing an Anita built shirt. I don't know if you can even read it there. Let me see if I can get it where you can read it.
Bagify.
I don't know how to do that.
I got to do it. And I'm on my phone, so give me just a second here. Oh, wrong
Times
button.
Wrong one.
Yep, you got to give me a second here.
You're fine.
Acts 4:17.
Just keep holding it up there, Paul.
I don't know how long I can hold
Or
this
12.
position. I don't got a thumb on my hand,
How do I do this on? There we go.
There we go.
Read it, Dale.
Salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to mankind by which we must be saved.
Boom.
Acts 4:12.
Boom.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
That was our camp.
Mickey, Critter Creek.
Was our camp theme for
Welcome, Joe. Welcome, Junior. Welcome in.
That was your camp theme? That's an awesome theme.
Mm-hmm.
and
And I
so
didn't say hi to Stitching It Up.
everyone in my my church's cabin got one of those to wear on a certain night and take home with them. And they actually got me one that fits. So you know how it is when you get something that just fits. Like
Mm-hmm.
I like it when it just fits.
I'm gonna wear that, and
If it fits, it ships.
There you go.
Yeah, Tony, we thought you might like these.
if it fits, I wear it out. So-
That's me
Uh-huh.
too.
And then some.
And of course, I'm usually in overalls, so you never see any of the print.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But overalls are so much handier.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with overalls, buddy.
Well, I want to tell you what, them pockets, whenever I haven't been without my thumb all that long, I actually had that accident and cut it off right before I was called to the church I'm at. And I had just figured out overalls is going to be the way to go because I can fasten them. And we went to the Bible bookstore, and I found a Bible that would fit in the back pocket of my overalls. And I
Oh,
can't
wow.
tell you how handy that is.
Mhm.
Almost the print.
And you can still read the
You
print.
can read it?
Oh yeah. It was not a small print, but it would fit in my back pocket. I got razzed a lot about what do you think about that, Paul? Now don't go pulling something out of your back pocket. It was a really good Bible until it came apart, you know.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
tend to wear them out.
I
But
like them because
Angie, oh my goodness
You don't have
gracious.
to worry about bending over and mooning everybody.
yeah, I can bend over and everybody behind me is safe. So
no plumber issues.
exactly. Don't have to worry about that moon during the middle of the day.
Vertical
For
line.
everybody.
All right, so I know that you can't pop this up, but over on our channel, Angie says the problem comes when you gotta poop, Paul.
No, that's no problem.
It's no problem for me either.
No,
So
I
you gotta go.
can do what I need to do. Now with pants, I would run the risk of getting them undone and not being able to get them back to done.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Now what?
Uh-huh.
I
I will say though, there has been like if you got to make the mercy trip in like a public bathroom or something, I'm tucking the straps and everything inside the pant legs because I don't want them hitting the floor.
Yeah, well, you don't want them in the toilet.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
something else. The phone needs to go somewhere else too.
Mm-hmm.
Top pockets can dump out and manage to make it right in the water. You don't want to have to go after them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tony.
Yeah, there are some trade offs, but yeah, I like my overall.
Can you post?
Now, Tony,
Or-
that's what they
Blank.
call being a swinger.
Let me put my other glasses on.
My mom told me that
Hello,
my
Texas Raider.
Who do you want to have it, Tina? I can send it to somebody.
Oh, I just figured we'd post it as long as we don't.
Well,
You
be
have-
watching. I
Man.
may or may not have sent it to somebody.
Okay. You know it's bad when you have to have two different pairs of glasses so you can figure out what you're doing. I've got my normal everyday glasses, which are bifocals, by the way, and then I've got my reading glasses.
We don't want them bifocals. We see enough bats in the cave when Tina's trying to look at the chat.
Oh.
Hi, Lori,
Hi, Lori.
prepping for heaven.
Let's see. Somebody else is in the
Night,
basement.
Lila.
Good night, Lila.
Night, Lila.
Swap glasses back out here so I can see
Joey
what
said that some bodies just ain't made for overalls, and I'm one of them.
Gingy!
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Good. How about you?
Good.
Good. Meh.
thumb and a stub up.
Boo-boo.
He's the one that started it.
Okay, I was gonna do it, but now I've got to do it.
He
He's
did it
out.
first.
He's gone.
Paul,
Hi,
come
Texas Raider.
back. Paul.
Now look out.
Do what?
Oh no, no.
Uh-oh.
Where'd you go? Oh, but he put the hot dog in his hand. You are so silly. Now, what happened? Can I ask?
Where?
Shut up, Joey.
Where? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's in the fridge.
Why do you have a hot dog?
I don't have no thumb, Gingy.
I'm just. I know. I know.
wanna-
You showed me that the other day.
Oh yeah. You want to know what happened?
What did? Yeah. What happened? Was that when you were young?
No, it happened in 2017. I
Oh
don't
wow.
He was already old.
Yeah, I was already old enough that I'd had multiple injuries on that hand previous to that.
Mm.
So he just got tired of it and cut it off one day.
Got tired of injuring it.
I learned a lot of lessons that day.
Yeah.
One of the greatest ones that I can share with you is don't let circumstances get you off your A game. You got
Yeah.
A game. You're working around equipment of any kind.
Yes.
I was set up that day to
This hitchhiking wasn't working.
show up that was going to have me double end trim a whole bunch of pallet stringers that we were making, and we was running a lot of boards through the edger. Edger machine, the one I had then ran off of a 12 horsepower Honda gas motor.
Oh,
Yeah.
All it has two circular saw blades, and then it has in-feed rollers and out-feed rollers that are powered. And so when you start feeding the board into it, it goes all the way through and comes out the other side, trash and boards. And I had a conveyor underneath of it. And right after we got started, I was hurrying around trying to get a bunch of stuff made so my help wouldn't be without something to do. And when we got started, the sawdust conveyor plugged up. And I had earplugs in. And I guess I knew the motor was running because I was the one that started it. Got under it and was trying to clean out that conveyor because I thought what was plugging it up was on the inside. And it had this fabric skirt kind of around the bottom that made all the junk go into the conveyor. And I was pulling that up with my left hand and digging the stuff out with my right hand. And the blades were running right above my hand. And they caught my glove and drug my hand into it.
Oh.
And it pulled my glove off really, really fast. So fast I didn't know it was missing. And it's probably a good thing that it was a brand new glove because it didn't fit good. If I'd have wore it a lot, it would have fit really good and might have damaged. But I'll try to get this where I can show you. This is the cut the saw made, and it just split that thumb all the way through the bone. It severed the bone in several places. And
oh my God.
it was hanging on by the hide on the back. That's about all.
Oh, wow.
And when we got to the emergency room, they didn't have a doctor there that was a hand specialist that could help me. I'd have to go somewhere else. So they wound up sending me over to Ozark or to Springfield. And so I got in a car and rode to Springfield with this all wrapped up in, it was almost wrapped up in trash. The girl come in there to wrap that up, send me up there. And she says, I really don't know how to do this without hurting you. I said, don't worry about hurting me. It don't hurt all that bad. And she's got gauze and tape. And I'm like, that ain't going to work.
You're going to need something more than that.
Body help you feel better.
They had some of those pads laying on the tray where they had my arm. And I said, you got some more of those? And she said, what are you going to do? I said, we're going to roll my arm up in those and tape it together so I can go down the road. I got to get going. And that was what she wound up doing. But I'm kind of really lucky I have any fingers, to be real honest about it.
Yeah.
I had stitches on my index finger, back here on the back of my index finger, on the knuckle, on my middle finger, on the knuckle, on my ring finger, and around the end of my pinky finger.
Oh my goodness.
So I had stitches all over my hand. The two blades, we had them set up to make 3.5 inch wide boards, so they wasn't as far apart as the hand is wide.
Oh, wow. Goodness gracious.
Yep. It was quite a mess, really.
She said Paul was trying to prevent overall strap from hitting the toilet and rip the thumb off.
Oh, God.
Nope. I was wearing overalls that day, though.
He said, I'm always wearing overalls.
Holy moly.
Who's that? Mr. Gray.
Oh, good.
Well, looky there.
How are y'all?
Who that?
Good, good.
Look, man.
I have had
Your time turns phone sideways.
Trey.
had a horrible, horrible day.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
Oh, no.
Well, let us be the icing on the cake.
Hold on.
Hold on. Hold
In
on.
the
I'm
meantime,
almost
turn
better
your
service.
phone sideways so we can see all of you.
Sorry.
There
I'm
you go.
sorry.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey.
Don't be
I've
dumb.
been at work. I've been at work since 5:30 this morning,
Oh my
Oh,
goodness
no.
and I'm
gracious.
just now headed home from work.
Oh my
Oh.
heavens.
Yeah, that's what happens when things go south at an oil. Yeah, at an oil and gas facility. When things go south, this is And I
Yeah.
don't need to be going home now, but I've done exceeded
Your daily limit.
Hey,
my
Christine.
out where I go back in the morning.
Yeah.
Was the Christmas tree behind you?
Hey, sister.
So
Who, me?
No, Trey.
I cannot.
He's got his seatbelt on. The rest of it's
He
on.
Yes, sir,
does.
Mr. Paul. I do. I got a seatbelt on. I am in the Danger Ranger, headed to the house.
There.
Ranger. I used to have
Hey,
a Danger
I was going to say, Dale used to have
The
one of those
Danger
that caught on
Ranger.
fire.
It did. It blew the injector
I bought
O-ring
this
and
thing for
sprayed the.
$2,500.
No kidding. Well, I
Oh,
bought mine for $300 before I put about 3,000 in the engine,
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
and then
Well,
it
Yeah,
blew
but
an
mine,
injector
this
O-ring
thing. Go-
and sprayed everything in the engine compartment with gas. I mean, we're talking a quarter of a tank of gas was gone in 2 blocks.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Mm.
That may have been what happened to
Your
Eddie.
tongue. Stop.
I wish you would have been magnified during that. That was awesome. Hi, Nanny Tim.
Hey.
He
I
can't
don't
stop
know if
laughing
anybody in the
either.
chat. I don't know if anybody in the chat speaking to me. I can't see the chat. So if y'all are, hello or whatever. Somebody else can tell me if they said something.
Or not.
Yeah,
Trey
yeah,
said
you don't
hello
want to read
or
the chat
not.
anyways.
I got some vanilla today.
The vanilla.
woohoo.
I got some vanilla. Finally. I think Joe. Well, actually, Joey. Joey didn't feel sorry for me. Ginger made him feel sorry for me.
I said Trey just wants to win one, Joey. Will you please stop?
Look,
Just
I got to cut it off. When you get to $100, I'm like, I go to cringing.
I know. That's me too, Trey. That's me too.
Mm-hmm.
I took the second bottle, I think, for like 106 or something like that. I'm like,
Hi, Lauren and
I
Joel.
ain't doing it.
Yeah. No, you
Trey,
already
if
got one.
you get low, I can help you out. I got one of these.
Yeah.
I'll
The
just,
house always loses.
I'll
He
mail
said
it
the
to
house always loses, you'll always win.
Mm-hmm. Oh goodness. So
Rangers are the best, Joey. Yeah, Christine said they had a ranger too that Johnny named the manager. It was an awesome little. But I used to have a ranger too.
We
mhm.
still have a ranger
I had a
sitting
little
out here.
ranger for a while, and I loved it.
Brady.
Wait,
Yeah, Rooster's Ranger.
oh, I was gonna say, Nana, is that the one that caught on fire? I would get rid of
Nope.
that one.
No, that one grew up and become the truck that we drive now.
That's right.
Yeah.
You took it to the car wash, you washed it, and then it came out the other side in F-150.
Something in that car wash made it grow. I don't know what it was.
You use cold water instead of hot.
my
That's
luck.
right.
I drive in there in a semi truck and come out in a toy.
Y'all might get to see some blue lights behind me because I was running 85 and run up on the back of a sheriff's deputy, and he's turning in right now in front of. No, he may keep going. he ain't gonna give me a ticket if he stops me. But there it goes.
Like our sheriff's deputies, he.
I guess I could introduce y'all to him.
It's kind of like those highway patrolmen we seen at JL's, right, Ginger? I looked at those guys when they was coming in the door, and I said, I'd rather have y'all in front of me.
Yes. Then behind me, yes, absolutely. And they were all too happy to go through that line first, and then I saw why. I mean,
They knew what they wanted.
yeah, I'm not standing behind you indecisive people. Y'all need to go somewhere else. I'm hungry.
Dustin knew right away that some of us didn't know what we wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, if y'all ever get the opportunity to go JL's, and Ginger can tell you this, make sure you get as a side roasted potatoes, because they almost need another plate for that side. I mean, man,
Really?
If you get baked beans, they're going to put those big, they're like potato wedges from Kentucky Fried Chicken or somewhere, the grocery stores that make chicken, fried chicken, and chicken rotisserie chickens and all that. They will, if you get baked beans, they'll put it on top of your baked beans, and then the bottom of them get all soggy. So they almost need, I mean, she literally reached in with two hands and went,
Oh
flop.
my goodness.
And I'm like, hello, have you seen the size of me? I'm not eating all that. Come on, people.
That.
So basically,
Where
if
do
you
you
go
want
away
to-
hungry, that's your own fault.
Well,
if
if
you
you
get
go
baked
away
beans,
hungry,
your spouse will
you
pay
didn't
for it that night.
later.
Joey,
They'll laugh
are
at
you
me.
saying that Ginger paid you back all night long?
I did not get baked beans. He was safe. I got green beans, and they were actually very good. I got green beans.
I
They
wanted to
were
tell you all
good.
about my Ranger story. My folks bought a used, rebuilt Ford '94 Ford Ranger back in probably 97, 98, something like that. This thing had been wrecked, and they had cut the frame on the front of it and put a new frame on it and everything. I don't know how bad it had been wrecked, but they didn't give it like $2,500 for it. And y'all, anybody that knows one of those doesn't have the extra number on it, so you can't tell how many times the odometer's rolled over. But we rolled it over 3 times, and I parked it.
Really?
After
Hi,
my
everybody. No, wait a minute. Hi, everybody.
Howdy.
What's up,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hi, everybody.
Paul said,
oldest
"When did
son-
I get started?"
my
I'm
oldest
sorry.
son had used it and drove it all to high school, and he bought himself another pickup. And I parked it for a while, and then I gave it to a friend of mine that needed a pickup.
Oh, he's
And
got
Fred
that.
Mills drove that pickup until the transmission laid down, and
Oh,
he had
Lord.
drove it at least another 5 years, and he drove it everywhere he went. And I think they borrowed parts from the little Ranger and put on the next one that he had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this one, let me tell you, I was looking for something to go, but I was spending, going back and forth to work, I was spending about $200 a week or 7 days, about $200 in 7 days back when gas was so high here going to work. And
Night, Christine.
my neighbor bought this little truck. And, oh, what's happening, dude?
The boss man.
Yeah.
Say hi to Lane.
But my neighbor bought a brand new Toyota Tacoma, and she's like 68 years old, I think. So
Oh, wow.
she called and wanted to know if Mom and Daddy wanted a truck. Well, Daddy just bought a little Ranger, so I said, well, I'll go over and look at it. And I'm thinking, because the little truck was clean, it had 140,000, I think 142,000 miles on it. I mean, not a dent, a ding, the inside clean as a pin. I went up there and now the air conditioner don't blow cold. I said, well, how much you want for it, Miss Betty? She said, well, would you give me $2,500? I said, will you take a check? I mean, I could pay for that in a hurry with $200 every 7 days going to work.
Yeah.
So I went from spending $200 for 7 days going to work to about $35, $40 going to work for 7 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, it paid for itself.
That makes you happy real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now Jessica, she hates it because we get ready to go to Monroe, which is about 45 minutes away, and we get ready to leave, and she goes out there to get in a Tahoe or something. Like, what are you doing? Get my truck. We're gonna save the miles on Tahoe.
Yeah.
We go shooting there. We go on dates in it now.
I missed my Ranger. I know that.
My car. It
Yeah.
ain't broke 100,000 yet, but she's getting close.
The model truck I already hit 120,000 on it.
And it's newer than my car.
1 year.
No, 1 year's 1 year.
My Ranger, it's a 94. It's been hit total 3 times. 2 times it was rebuilt. This last time my son had it and someone pulled out in front of him and he T-boned it. And frame shop got it back. I've got it fixed, the frame. I just need to find time to put it back together again. I love that truck. 400,000 miles. I would drive it anywhere right now if it was together.
That's the one that your son, that somebody hit him, right?
My son was driving and somebody pulled right out in front of him. He didn't even have time to stop. A Hellcat, Dodge Hellcat, pulled out right in front of him. He totaled out the Hellcat.
Really?
The Ranger, yeah. Well, the Ranger for 94 would have been told too, but it was nowhere. There's pictures that I've saved whenever I get back working on it again that I'll show people. The Hellcat is totaled out. It's completely kicked sideways, everything.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That I remember you.
Now, what engine is in your Ranger though?
2.3.
That's what ours.
Oh,
There's Annie, our urban homestead.
Annie.
He when it happened, he's a grown man of 30, I don't know, 30 years old, 32. He called crying because he knew I wanted to keep that truck forever.
Yeah.
And I said, Colby, don't worry about it, dude. It's nothing. We can fix it. And I promise you and I will put it back together again. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the same thing, Joe. What's a moped?
we home.
I'm assuming she means
moped.
What's a moped?
I like old Mickey up there at Curry Creek digging that Louisiana accent for real. That's my
Louisiana.
I'm starting to get a little chilly.
What are you doing, Trey?
Mickey, if you ain't found out stuff about Trey and Jess and their whole family, you got all kinds of ammunition to draw U-tunes if you start following Trey. I can tell you that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask Eric and Tina, are y'all streaming on StreamYard?
Yes.
Yeah. Is anybody looking at anything else after October? Well, we're in October. After October 20th?
I started looking tonight. I looked at Streamlabs. I looked at Restream. Lisa messaged Blue from Blue Self-Reliance because I knew she used to use something different. She used to use what was called Melon, and now Melon is now Streamlabs.
Okay.
We downloaded Streamlabs, the online on the computer, the desktop version is like way more than anything that we need, but they got a Android and iOS app, and we downloaded it. We was just kind of playing around with it here. What was it, last week?
Before we went to Pinecone.
Yeah, and first night it worked great, and it was actually an accident. I was supposed to do it to private, just kind of mess around with it.
Yeah.
And accident went public, but anyway, it worked flawlessly. However, Friday morning
was different.
when we was going to Pinecone Fest, it did not want to work, and it lagged really bad.
Oh, okay.
Like I would move my head, and 2 or 3 seconds later, you'd see it on the screen.
Yeah.
And I
hate
played with
that
it
when
a
it
couple
does
of times.
that.
I deleted the app, re-downloaded it, and still the same way. So I don't know, and I haven't really looked at anything else yet either because so
Brown chicken, brown cow, brown chicken.
But yeah, it's like
I just
kinda
know
figure
it's like
I kinda
it's
wait
going to
to see
go
where-
from like $19.99 a month for us is what we locked in last year. It's going to go to what they sent me is going to go up to about $35.99 a month is what it's going to average.
I'm going to tell you, if you go to the pro version, of Streamlabs, it's higher.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just looked it up. It's $40 a month.
Oh wow.
Hey Trey, Critter Creek said he really liked your Wheezy Annie.
Straw, Joey, Ginger, Megan, and Easy every
Well,
day
I'm on my-
until
let
I
me-
found
Let me
Trey.
close
Yes,
it down.
you
I
did.
Missouri Survivor says
I
Rumble
can't
Studio.
get on the StreamYard with my deal because my link is on my phone. I ain't got it on my computer.
So I'm
Let
still
me see. Where you at? Let's see. I could just.
Well,
You're
okay,
still
how
what?
did you get your link, Trey?
No, it's Rumble Studio.
Tina had texted to me.
Is that
Well, copy it and email it to your email
email
on
it
your
to
laptop.
myself?
Yes. That's what I did.
That's what I do.
hit that thumb, y'all. Don't be a bum.
That thumb, y'all.
That's a hot dog, Paul.
Which one?
It's not a thumb.
Uh-oh.
well?
Trey's
It's kind
going.
of like
Oh no.
You have to pull him down, Eric, and bring him back up.
Trey tried.
Hi, Joe Jacobson from Eastern Iowa.
Sorry.
Prayers and blessings to you too, brother.
Well,
Yeah, you're
I
gonna have to
guess-
pull him down and bring him back up.
Yep.
Hey, that StreamYards I'm doing right now free. Is that changing? I haven't seen nothing about it.
I don't know, but you can't co-stream on the free one, right?
I do. I can.
You can have people co-stream.
Well, let's stop for a minute. That I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
I know, like
No,
right
you
now.
click on the link of somebody who paid for it.
Okay.
Restream. I'm actually looking at
Joey.
Restream because it has editing feature in it too. And I've seen Alexander's asking how the new laptop is. We're on it right now, but I'm going to have to change to new editing software, and it may be dual purpose for me. I may be able to use it as my editing along with. And it says on it, on the free version, I can stream to say both Facebook and YouTube at the exact same time.
Oh.
And it's combined chat. So both chats can see each other.
And that was Restream.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah, that
that's
would be
good.
handy because I look up there and see different chat with that I can see down here, but yet I can't read that from here.
mm-hmm. So yeah, because that'd be the only thing which we did go ahead and pay for a month for the StreamYard, but I'm not going to continue because I think we wound up I think I did the $45 because I want to make sure everybody can co-stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to be able to afford to keep that. We're going to have to drop back down to the free version.
Yeah.
Once our month's up, I think we got a few more days left. So
well, it's
Hey, you can come up. I don't know how to send the link. Well, somebody.
We didn't boot Trey.
Yeah.
we have 10.
Hi, Michelle.
left
JJ.
us. There he is.
Boom, he back.
Yep.
Hey Mickey, I'm not messing with you. I appreciate you. I was just reading your comment. Louisianian. I love it.
Louisianian.
Mickey.
Louisianian.
Link, that's fine.
Homie. So
Okay.
Hey,
Hey.
Michelle and JJ. Big
Glasses.
Valley Living.
the greatest part about being an Oklahomian is I'm not a maniac. Some days.
Uh-oh. Trey's got his glasses on. I guess he's ready for business now. He's getting down to business. Let me put my
I'm
glasses
going to read comments. I got to have some.
I
I
didn't
gotta
see.
put my glasses on.
That's all right, Trey. I
Trey
got
always
swap.
looks busy when he's on phone, huh, Joey? Okay.
Okay, Trey. I
I
got
got you.
to swap out 2 different
That's
kinds
right,
of glasses.
Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric's got 2 pairs of glasses. Wow, he's really down to business.
Bifocals.
Well, these
He's not
are, but the
busted
top
on it,
part
Oh
is
my
glass.
What are you making now, Paul?
Yes. Yes.
What's that movie where they wanted the guy to bite his thumb off and he wouldn't do it?
I don't know, but he's doing it now.
Jack Reacher? Oh, that was Jack. You're that guy in Jack Reacher.
You know,
Only you did bite your thumb off. He wouldn't bite his thumb off.
He couldn't wait for dinner.
He couldn't wait for dinner.
no, I had a really good dinner tonight, and after I got started eating it, I'm like, why didn't I video this? And eating a little smokehouse kind of that they've got over at Commerce, Oklahoma, called the Little Cafe. And she likes their prime rib. I think she just orders it because it's the most expensive thing on the menu, but
Of course.
they serve a really good. And I get one called the Bonnie and Clyde that has a split hot link on top of it and barbecue sauce. It's awesome.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I took a video of it. My what I'm having for eat videos are doing better than anything else I've ever done.
Where am I
I'll
eating
get you-
at this time?
Well, yeah, some of those.
Let me go eat outside of Subway, but I'm not gonna eat Subway sandwich. I'm gonna eat the sandwich I made at home.
Subway, eat
That's
fresh.
right.
Somewhere
It probably
Anita
tastes
made.
better.
All
Well,
I
I
know is
don't know.
whenever
Paul
I go out to
made
eat
it.
from now on, I'm not going to sit in a regular chair close to any windows.
Yeah. Especially at barbecue places.
Just to be
Yeah,
safe.
exactly.
Eric, some people just need bubble wrap. That's what Nita says.
Well, and the bad thing is I got out to shake Mike's hand. I didn't realize she put her, like,
It was easier to turn around in my chair.
Yeah, she made. She put that it was a Diet Coke in it on there.
well, it'd been nice if she
You
would
were
have
back in?
put my backpack there. Let me hold it so the chair don't go through the window.
I forgot it was there too.
Why should put a brick in it, huh?
A brick, engine block, and half a house.
Duncan Family Farm is going back to Caddyshack. That was,
Ready?
but he knew it was a baby.
It's okay.
All I know is
Oh,
I told about that big.
Oh, looky there.
Uh-huh.
baby.
Big
Well,
My dogs won't hold still long enough to do that.
Well, hold on. Oh, come here. Slow down. She has a problem.
do you have that cup anywhere close to you?
Me?
Yep. Has your cup made it in the
Yes.
house yet?
Right
Show
here.
that.
I got one.
Show that thing to Mickey. Mickey, look here.
Mickey, look at Paul K's farm cup.
Tell me.
See how pretty it is? Oops, sorry.
Do
There
you
might
want
be. Oh, Tina's even.
Be right back, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Awesome, isn't it? I love that. It is
I love
awesome. They are so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I got one of those.
I don't have one of those.
Hold on, I got swap glasses so I can see what I'm doing again.
Tina's got hers too.
Yep.
Yep.
I wonder if
Show one
Tina!
those.
more
Anybody else on the screen?
time.
has
Awesome.
those?
Nana, go get yours. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
on.
Wait.
I'm standing back.
Hold
here.
on.
Just
It's
picture
awesome, isn't
like
it,
that
Mickey?
dude sitting back eating popcorn, watching for
Y'all
whatever.
got over.
Oh, they got, yeah. Awesome.
Mm. Mm.
I finally got something Amy ain't got now.
Or Trey. Trey ain't got one of them neither.
Trey.
Or Trey.
Trey.
He is afraid to say anything. Fear that his will show
I
up.
done told him. If he would have told me I was getting a cup, I'd have drove up there to his birthday party for that.
He's thinking it might show up packed in a bag full of used hay string.
Yes.
I'll get the time.
Oh my God.
You've
There's some little
been
kid that's
offering
gonna
that
watch
to
this and he's
everybody.
gonna go.
Oh, that's so sweet. Mickey said, "Tell your wife, Anita, brilliant and awesome."
Mm-hmm.
You hear
Yeah.
that?
I'll send her ours, so she'll make
Mickey
us a
said
couple.
you've done brilliant and awesome making those cups. She's good at it.
She is.
Yeah,
That
she
is
did
beautiful.
really good.
I tell her she could make a living doing it and I quit having to do all this other stuff and just live off what she but she
There you go.
not very
I
Cool.
mean,
I mean, those cups are. I mean, that really is cool. I mean,
Yeah.
is she doing it like a wrap, getting a wrap made and putting it around the cups?
she does all the printing that out. She's got the printer for it and it's on sublimation. And so how do them
Tony's
work?
coming out the closet, y'all. Watch out.
Hey, hey. All right, here you go.
oh,
Yeah, she's got a cup press that puts those on.
nice. That's a good looking hat too.
I
Nice.
ain't done yet. I got several of them.
You got several of them.
Yeah, I'll give it a few minutes. We'll do another one.
He's got a hat for every 30
Amy,
minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Amy, you can't claim that because Amy, you are the
Oh.
whitest girl I know. You are the bougiest, whitest girl I know. Chicken strips, no food on the bone, Dr. Pepper, French fries.
Now I'm trying to figure out who all them people I was playing against in cahoots are.
Yeah.
You don't know?
Bougie white girl,
Yeah.
beer driver.
She's bougie white girl.
I don't know.
Mine was kind of a giveaway.
I figured Paul would have known mine that I used that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's the one?
Yeah, what was?
Don't
Alice?
forget the grilled cheese.
Oh yes, I seen.
How
I
strong
didn't know who it was.
Grilled cheese. You forgot that, Paul.
Grilled cheese. Mmm.
Now, here's the thing.
That's definitely a white girl food right
and I
there.
went to post the coon.
I bet
and
she
the guy
eats
told me, I
grilled
thought,
cheese
"No, they'll
and
know that right
tomato
off the
soup.
top."
Yes.
Lovely.
That's
Here's the
awesome.
thing. I will make a tuna fish grilled cheese with tomatoes on it. Awesome. That's one of my best grilled cheese sandwiches right there.
That actually sounds good.
No.
You know the best grilled
That
cheese?
sounds good.
The best grilled cheese out there is white bread,
Oh.
Velveeta, and 9 Acre Family Farm ham steak on it.
Mm.
Lots
There
of
you go. Yep.
That's good.
Oh. Angie said your sandwich is disgusting, Tony.
Hey, here's the thing. Angie and I are 100% opposite of everything that we like to do or eat, everything, always.
Apparently, Amy's coming to your house tomorrow, Tony.
Yeah.
She's coming to your house.
She'll enjoy the food. Okay, here we go. I'm advertising. Oh, wait a minute. That's way too tight.
That's
Oh, that was Amy's hat, but she won't wear it because she don't like hats. But there we go.
Wait a minute. Tony got a bucket head.
Christine, Mrs. Gillum
I can't-
Farms.
we can't
There
read
you go.
Can't read
Okay,
it.
Yes.
I see it now. Mrs.
That
Dawes.
was-
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
look at how that
Hey.
was cool.
I got one of
Yeah.
those.
I got a Mrs.
Yep.
Gillum Farm, but not like that.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get
That
my
one's
hat.
cool looking.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold
Where are
on.
you going? Hold on.
Hold on.
I'm getting my hat.
I better set it up and swap out my glasses.
Yeah. Oh. Gingy the cowgirl.
That's me. That's me.
There you go.
Yeah, going out to ride the tractor. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to get on it and drive it around.
Your voice. Going out to ride the tractor.
Yeah, I'm not going to do any work. Don't
Angie,
get twisted. I'm not
Go.
working. I'm just riding.
All right, we got
We got a cool one.
this one,
on
and
Gillum
then we
Farm.
got
but-
this one,
Ooh, pretty,
And then we got
Derek.
this one.
Oh, I got more.
Joe Fix It for you. I think that's Joe Fix It
There's
for
two
you.
in there.
Oops.
Oh, there's one.
Yep.
Then another
Wow.
one.
Nice.
Trying to rub all this stuff in.
And-
What they trying
Yeah.
to do?
Do what?
Yes,
They
that one's
just rubbing
awesome.
it in.
Those are
too.
just mine.
Those
That's
are
just Nana's.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
The OG one.
Oh.
OG. I'm sorry, we're blurry. It's our internet.
Oh,
It's your
Somebody
internet.
somebody else
No
wants
Wi-Fi.
in. Somebody's knocking.
Trey, by the
Oh.
way,
Yep.
thank you
know
for
who it
these
is.
knocking.
beautiful coasters that Joey won. I love these.
I love the fruit.
Oh, those are
We almost got the Brady Bunch.
Hey!
Hello, beautiful people.
Paul has a happy birthday over his Joe Fix It for you.
He's got a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Paul. Hey, Paul. Hi.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
my Paul.
Don't start.
Righty ho, neighbor-o.
Oh, how are you guys? Y'all look cold too down there.
Yeah, it's
We're not at all.
Yeah.
We're showing 56 degrees here.
We got no complaints. We're good. We're toasty. We're warm. You're gonna like it.
Say Thursday and Friday
it was
morning. it's
54
not so
degrees when we
cold.
come in the house.
Mhm.
It's 51 here in Georgia right now.
Oh, I can sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Georgia doesn't even have the right time.
I guess it is as well.
That's hilarious.
Love you, Ginger.
Love you too, Paul.
Love you, Ginger.
I can quote some Ecclesiastes about the right hand, the right side of the U.S.
Ginger, I gotta tell you, you look spectacular in that hat.
Left hand.
That hat
you.
is just you, girlfriend.
It came all the way from Texas
Yes, it did.
when we were at Pine
Because
Cone,
nobody in
Texas.
Arkansas would buy that thing. But
You know, there's a saying in Texas, right, Ginger?
Yes,
You know, there's a saying in Texas, right?
everything's bigger in Texas.
All hat, no cattle.
Well, that's true. I don't have any cattle,
We
so
have that
that is true.
Northeast Oklahoma too.
I have a cow suit.
What's
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
What's your
boots
hat, Tony?
Booch.
Nice.
That's cool.
I like
Hold
it.
on, I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Everybody's giving me a hat.
Everybody needs
Hold
a
on, I'm
friend.
not
Hold
done.
on.
Hold on.
Hold on. This is from Old Pecan Homestead.
Oh, they're so funny.
Nice.
Old pecan?
Pecan.
Pecan, yeah, them too.
Nice.
Man,
Well, you did what in your can?
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on.
From Missouri.
there's an
Joe,
Joe
fix
Fix
it for
It for
you.
There's your
For you.
Awesome. Hey, Tony, do you want
What?
one of ours?
Yeah, I would love to. But here's something, guys, here's one that I am very close to. I mean, I'm close to everybody. I've known this family, Eddie's Family Farm.
Oh, Eddie's.
80.
Yes, I have known them for, I don't know,
Awesome.
many.
Love Brandon.
I will go 6 years, if not more.
Oh wow.
We're a couple hours away from us.
Look at Trey with his.
Oh, now Trey's got to show off his merch.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're muted.
Are you on
You're on
mute,
mute.
Trey?
This is my last merch I'll show you all for the night.
Oh Lord.
Oh, my God.
I could have gone a whole other year not seeing that.
Life.
I'll let you find that one.
Why, Tony? Why? Why?
I could
It
have
was
gone a
given to
whole
me.
other
Little
year.
Tony.
Now,
Makes an
everybody
appearance.
sleep well tonight with that ingrained in your mind.
Yes, I will not get that image out of my head, right?
Hey, wait a
Trey?
minute. Wait a minute. Paul missed it. Paul wasn't looking. There you go, Paul.
I've seen way too much of it.
Hi, Paul. Please keep us clean. Thank you.
What do you got? Huh?
He's gonna try his best. Oh, now he's got a Mountain Dew.
Good man.
Oh,
Wash that old mustardy.
I need brain bleach, Lori said. After seeing the mankini, I need
Oh,
brain
my eyes, my eyes.
We just got done watching Dale and Nana's
Thank you there, Angie.
23rd anniversary video, and it was fantastic.
Yes, happy anniversary, you two.
Happy anniversary,
Yeah.
guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was
appreciate it.
fabulous.
Happy.
I told them the same thing. They told me I was late.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows that video was shot in August.
It was.
I kind of thought so.
That's how far behind we are on video.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We're not part of the family over there, so we don't know like exactly.
No, you're
We
fine.
love you guys.
You're fine.
You're there.
I am ashamed that was filmed in August and I just now got it out. I'm ashamed of that, but
Don't be ashamed.
it is
of
what it
anything.
is.
There's
Yeah,
a-
you put out what you put out when you put out.
Yeah.
Camera.
Hmm.
When you put that out today,
That kind of
when you put
reminded me
that
of
out,
Bill, that I found out the hard way on your GoPros. Make sure you reformat the SD cards on those every now and again, because you'll shoot a bunch of videos and then you go to download them and they're gone because the SD card goofed up on them.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Eric, I have the same.
Oh,
problem.
no kidding.
I clear them out every single time I shoot a video.
Ooh.
Every time I clear them out.
I don't never clear mine out.
I go
Mine
to
just
video and on my
I
phone.
just delete when I get through.
Wrong.
Yeah,
oh, you're next.
Whenever I go to video and on my phone, I have that sometimes, but it's usually because I don't push the start button.
Yeah, I've been
I
there.
did
done
that
that,
tonight,
brother.
Paul.
Certain
I
I'm
did
the
that tonight.
that.
and
All I
did
can
my
say
phone.
about it is I did a video and I shot my GoPro.
I
Saw
remember
that
that.
one.
Shut your
Ray, you better look at Mickey's comment.
I like using the GoPro for like
Put a hat
B-roll
on. I
or
promise I'm drawing a cartoon. Just go.
Come on, you Louisianian.
Hey, can you hear me any better? By the way,
now we can.
Hey, can
now
you?
you can.
Yes.
I wonder what's up. I just got my mic. I don't know what's doing that. I hope my mic's up.
He grabbed a hat just as quick as he could.
Trey,
Tony,
can you?
Going up over the
Every-
wall.
He is messing with him.
Excuse Joel. He has to go check on our idiot dog that keeps climbing up over the 8-foot wall.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Chihuahua. I'm sorry,
Oh
guys.
my.
Wow.
What are you eating down there?
Well,
They see us up here in the front of the house, and they see the lights on from the front of the house, and so they spike up over
Kitty
the
dip.
8-foot wall to get to us. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, dude,
Oh
how
my.
you doing? Yeah, they're fine. He's fine.
they're
More than
almonds.
50 pounds going up over the wall, and it's just
Oh.
it's like Berlin all over
Wow.
again.
The faces.
Really?
tastes like this too, Amy.
Yes, Lori. They're lemon dipped almonds, but it's like a lemon bliss almonds is what they're called. It's like a sugary outside, but that first bite is lemon, and it's like pow.
Oh, bad.
How'd that go again, Ginger?
Pow.
That's not the thing.
Yeah, Dakota.
I don't do well with
It
I
works.
don't do well with
That
sour.
is enough of
That's
that.
what I've decided.
I'm not a big almond
Like,
fan, but I don't know. Something about
Everybody wants
that.
to know why I don't like
I have to
pineapple. It's
try to
because
find
it's
that.
sour.
Well,
I like
I
lemon
love
flavor
my
stuff.
life.
Hey,
There,
Oh.
Amy. You need you one of them, Amy.
old pecans on there right now. Here's
Yeah.
his.
Old pecan,
what?
pecan.
Old pecan.
They're
Oh,
here.
I'm with Tony. It's pecan, and I could have used a
Shayla,
pecan
It-
2 or 3
it
days
is-
ago. We got stuck on the road for 3 hours in a traffic backup.
Yeah, you and Angie need to talk one day. She'll tell you what happened with us when we went to Tennessee.
This is a
Pecan. There you go.
Pecan.
That's a
There you
pecan.
go. There you
That's
go.
a can of
Dakota.
peas.
Pecan.
Pecan.
That is a
Here we go.
pecan.
Look,
the
look.
things you're talking about are
It says
pecan.
pecan.
I don't
Why
care what you
lying?
call them, pecans or
Talk about
pecans.
There you go.
All I know is they taste great in a pot.
Dakota, there you go, buddy. And it's a pecan. If you want to spell a pecan, spell it that way, but it's called pecan.
Thank you.
I can
We're here
say
saying it's
there's
pecan.
at least 2 people, probably 4, on this panel right now that will remark something about icky green peas if you feed them.
Those are nice.
Yeah, I won't eat peas either.
Yeah.
These are
Peas,
not-
there's peas in it.
Yes.
Lori.
Anything.
Lori
Tony.
said one word. Ginger
Depends.
defends.
Let me tell you something. I was wishing I was had the forethought the astronaut chick did, because I was like, man, I need
Speak English.
Hey, y'all, our dogs are just being jerks. We got to cut out of here. Gotta leave space for somebody else. We love y'all. Y'all take care.
Glad you popped
Love
in.
you.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Guys,
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Oh,
Hang on. Oh, okay.
But I understand dogs being jerks. Ours are jerks all the time. So
Dakota, if you pronounce it the way it's written, it's pecan. It's not written. If it was written pecan, you'd be good.
yeah.
But it's not.
I bet you say Missouri too, don't you, Tony?
So I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, I bet you say Missouri too, don't you?
Missouri.
Hey, well, you say something right.
How do you pronounce pectin?
How do you say Coors Light?
How do you say Coors Light? I don't drink, so I don't
Coors.
say it.
I just say Coors Light.
Coors Light. Coors.
hey, Yingling.
Coors.
You can't get that. You can't get that east of Texarkana.
Mm.
They actually, what we're getting here now is actually made in Texas at the Coors plant.
What?
The Yingling that we're getting here is a partnership between Yingling and Coors, and it's made down there in Texas.
Oh wow.
So
What?
I got tea.
but yeah, they actually took some of their own people from Pennsylvania down there to oversee it with their and everything else. And yeah, it's produced down there because you'd think the oldest brewery in the United States would actually have better distribution than anybody else, but here we are.
Right.
Are you trying to say that T was said as Tay?
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. I'm trying to read that too. I'm
Well-
trying to decipher that too,
Tay,
Trey.
not T.
Well,
Oh,
there's
you
no
really
chance,
are getting confusing.
Trey. There's no chance you're going to get it right for
Heather.
some people. And so me and you can just agree on this that we butcher the King's English.
Yeah.
There.
Exactly.
I'm right behind you.
Mhm.
Coors Light. Not Coors Light. He says Coors Light.
Coors.
That must have been
I don't know.
Oklahoma thing.
I agree with
Sweet
what
tea.
someone else said up there. Beer's nasty, so I just
Yeah.
There's Lori.
They always said it's horse pee.
I thought that was like Bud Light and Bush. Isn't that like horse pee? Or
No.
pee in general?
Uh,
Or what you get out of a pecan?
Wait, that's
I thought
two
that Bud
different.
Light
That's
was
two
brown.
different beers there. That you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like
They're all bleh.
One's transmission fluid and one's corn.
Angie says.
Easy, Ginger. Angie said, easy, girl.
She likes her beer, and I like my mixed drink.
I'm not coming for your beer, Angie. I'm not coming for your beer.
It's pronunciation. You can't pronounce coolers. You can't pronounce pecan.
I got a friend that says that battery. He calls it battery.
I've heard that before.
Are you serious? Battery? What?
I've heard it before too.
Yeah, I've heard people say it that way too.
We'll say battery when we're joking around.
Yes.
Like, man, my battery's dead.
Yeah.
Battery is
We call it
battery
battery.
is like English, like Europe and Australia and New Zealand say it's a battery.
My granny used to say battery.
Hey, forget
This person has born and raised in Oklahoma, and he calls it battery.
Battery.
Must be
No.
like, I mean, does he say I'm gonna pull into the car park also?
No, so I don't know.
There was a guy we used to bale hay for that always tried to grow Korean Lespedeza. And as a kid, I could swear he's calling it chlorine.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what?
What? Say it
Does
again.
that kill the grass, you know?
Here's a good one for you. I drive Angie nuts about this. Knife has a K in it. It's not a knife. It's a knife.
That's
right.
Okay. No wonder why I know it can spell. Get rid of that K. It's knife.
That's right.
I drive her nuts with all my sayings I do. She'll comment here in a second.
Our Spanish teacher said English is the hardest language for anybody else to learn because, like, things like weather, their, knife, knife.
Oh, I don't know, Eric. I don't know about that anybody else thing, but my native language is English, and I still haven't mastered it.
I haven't.
Same here.
No, yes.
If I did come
Gnocchi
across
is
the right
another
word,
one.
they come out.
Nah, pecan. There you go. Dakota's got it.
Yeah, well, no, he's got part of it right.
Not pecan. It's pecan.
He's got part of it. No, if you want to spell pecan that way, that's fine, but they don't. They spell it pecan.
Yeah.
Kind of like tomatoes. A lot of people, we call them maters.
Yes.
Right.
You just leave the "t"
What?
out. It's just
The
tomatoes.
is missing.
So if you want to, if you're going to say it that way, if you're going
You can't have a tomato without toe.
That's right.
Tomato.
That's right.
Now,
Because life is a highway.
who says
I
tater?
knew I picked right. I picked my best
A
friend.
tater, got
stations
taters,
like that.
and maters.
Yeah.
I knew Randy was going to say something soon.
Taters, tater soup.
He said, Tony, you talk too much.
Yep. Love you too, baby.
My first language is Texan.
Yeah. Guys, well, I'm going to get off of here because it's late here over on the right side of the world.
Wait, it's only 11:21.
I know,
That's
but it's-
only if you're looking at the world. If you were actually the country, you're on the left side.
Oh,
That's right.
don't get technical with me. If you're looking at the U.S. map, I'm on the right side of it.
Depending if you're not sitting in the driver's seat, you're on the left side.
Which thumb am I missing?
You're on the right, but if I do this,
The left.
All right. See you later, Ginger. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Night, Gingy.
Coming in.
Good night,
Good night,
guys.
Ginger.
Love y'all.
Yo,
Bye,
Joey
y'all.
night from us all.
Good night, Joey.
that's why Ginger's always late.
Uh-huh.
They want to start at 10 o'clock?
I'm ready for bed.
That sounds like Jennifer Ocean Homestead. She's like, can't we have it during business hours? I'm like, if you weren't 3 hours ahead of all the rest of us, it is business hours.
Yeah, I've seen her say that before too. Hey, but Jennifer is a great supporter of everybody. It's crazy how good what she does for everyone.
Hey,
Yep.
Leonardo Baptista Rocca, you need to be following that man right over there, Paul Case
Case.
Farms. He
And
said
Yeah,
he's a
what he
logger,
Leonardo is from Brazil.
but he says he's a logger. He runs a church for loggers.
There's a lot of people that are loggers when they're getting a haircut.
That's right.
A lot of loggers are just, they're logging.
Well, good loggers have all kinds of different things, like places where you can tell they've been sewed back together, and yeah.
You're all pointing the wrong direction. Go this way.
My grandson come in here yesterday evening wearing rubber boots. He kicked them off right away. You know, he done the grandma's house thing. And then in just a minute, he goes trying to put them back on. He had one of them on his foot backwards.
Oh my God.
Pointed out the wrong way. And I was
Right,
looking at
Michelle.
that like, that don't work that way.
Good night.
Right.
Night, Michelle. Michelle and Tony, or not Tony, Tom from the Keto Cook, Tom, they had a live stream discussion today about cancer
It was good.
because both of them are cancer survivors. So
Hmm.
it was pretty good.
That's Big Valley Living.
Thank you, Tamara.
Leonardo, I see you put that on there twice. Steel MS 382. I don't know if they offer that number here in the States, but I've got old saws. The bigger one that we used to log with was a MS or a 660 Magnum steel. And we've also got some smaller ones that are 290s and 310 MS or Magnum steels. And but the new ones we're using are 462C, and they are actually just as light as the 290 and have almost as much giddy up as the 660. And we really like them. We like them well enough that when one blows up, we go get another one. On a saw
That's right, Joe.
$1,400. You got to like it to be able to do that.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at, Paul. Is I'm actually surprised that you use steel because
There's
I like
something
my chainsaw to start when I want to go start it. And steel is like the worst thing in the world to get to start.
I love my steels.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with a steel.
The problem we have with the 290s and the 660 versus the 462 is that you'll pull the rope on choke on the 290s maybe 3 or 4 times and it'll hit. You flip it up off choke and pull it again and it's running. And you can touch the throttle immediately on it and it works fine. If you do that same trick on the 462C, you'll kill it. You got to let it sit there and run on choke just a few seconds before
I'll never forget. Like growing up, you know, we cut tons of wood when I was a kid in the river bottoms in Missouri, and
Right.
water oak and stuff like that. I just did that because I knew you were in here, Trey.
Oh, okay. I'm proud of you.
But anyway, the guy that cut with us, he had steel. He was, you can't own a real saw unless you own a steel. And my dad would grab, he had Poland Pros back in the old day, like back in the 80s. And then he had, what else? He had another one. But anyway, it was like 2 pulls and his was started. And I remember that guy sitting over there and he would jerk on that saw until he'd throw it across the timber. Then he'd go pick it up and he would jerk on it some more. And then finally it would halfway start. Then it'd die. Then he'd jerk on it some more. And I told myself I'd never own one of them.
Well, here's the
But-
thing. It's kind of one of those things that after you use one so long, you get used to it. I'm sure. But after you get them things running a little bit and they're warmed up, you flip the switch to on and pull the rope and it's running.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna something that's gonna mess with your mind.
Yeah.
I bought regular cheap gas and run in mine.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't have no
Like
trouble
cheap gas.
because I'm always using it. I've used
And that's as long as you're always using it, that ethanol really ain't gonna hurt it as long as you're using it all the time. It's when it sets.
Yep.
Right. Because it eats up that whatever that cheap aluminum that they make this stuff out of.
But I've got a not many people know the brand but I run a Sachs Dolmar. They're just called Dolmar now. But it's it's one of them that you pull it twice with the choke on, it'll try to hit, then you push the choke halfway in and you pull it and it starts, and then you give it just a few seconds, push the choke in, and away you go. Now the problem with that saw is it's a slow speed saw. Like my dad runs John's Reds now, and they run like the wind, bullseye. But they also wear themselves, like he has to trade saws every 2 to 3 years because they just wear themselves out. Mine has been going for, how long have I had that saw? 20 years or more.
Yeah.
But
James Hall, we use 24-inch bars with 3/8 by 63 gauge chain on them.
Woo! That's not messing around.
We've actually the 660 we've still got. We have a 3-foot bar on it because we have to use it to cut some bundles of lumber off for certain companies we sell to, and you can't get all the way through the bundle with a 3-foot bar, but you can trim it and make it look right. If you try the same thing with a 2-foot bar, it comes out all weird.
That's a big chainsaw. 3 foot.
Yeah.
That takes a lot.
3-foot bar on a 660 is heavy. I carry it at the end of my arm, and a 3-foot bar
carry it at the end of my arm,
tip down to where the bar's touching the ground when it's just sitting on the ground. But
have you ever done a hinge cut on a tree?
every time we cut any of them.
Okay, I've never ever seen it until YouTube, like a month ago. It's like they talked about a hinge cut, and I just know you notch them and cut them and they go down. But these hinge cuts are pretty cool. I never knew anything about that.
Yeah. Well, they call it hinge, but it's you just leave enough of the wood to make it hold together to kind of control it until it gets on the ground.
Right.
And that don't always work. I haven't asked Kevin if it's all right if I put it out, but I'm probably going to get to put out the video where I went back in the woods the day you got hurt. And I can show you, he cut a perfect hinge cut on that tree, and it did just exactly what it was supposed to do, but it wasn't supposed to snap the hinge into and jump off the stump and hit another dead tree. So
yeah,
and the limb out of the dead tree is what hit him. So
there's all kinds of, like when I was in western Colorado, there was a lot of logging out there, and the guys talked about the hinge cuts breaking loose and kicking off, and the guy'd be standing there watching the controlled fall, and it kicks off to the side and takes him out.
You got to be.
They had one on display at that place because they handled steels there, and that thing, it had was it a 48 or a 60-inch bar? All I know is it had a handle on the other end of it. Now, would you like to be the guy that sits there and holds on to a handle like this on the other end of a
That's crazy
5 or 6 foot chainsaw?
I don't know if any of you guys seen him, but I found him a few years ago, Buck and Billy Ray. He's up in Vancouver, Canada.
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 Media.
There's Missouri talk right there.
But that's worse than Missouri. But yeah, watching him do some stuff, and I found him several years ago when I started cutting firewood down here because we really didn't cut much firewood up there. So I was trying to find channels or videos on how to sharpen a chain, and found him, and I've been watching him ever since. And he sat there and lined up like 2 or 3 trees, and he'd go through and do his notches, and then cut his last one, and just like dominoes, knocking them down. But which he's a husky and home light guy, or not home light, McCullough. He likes them old McCulloughs.
Good night, Joe.
Night, Joe.
Night, Joe.
Joe.
Paul, you see that comment down low? He talked about that 382.
Yeah, I've never seen that number here. That may be something that it's obviously really new, but it may be something we don't have available here.
Well, it's like the 500i.
my
They
goodness,
had it
Jake.
over there in Europe for several years before they brought it over here.
Mm-hmm.
And several people, when they first came out here, people were griping about them and everything else. Like, guys, they've been using for years over in Europe just fine. It's a proven saw, just we haven't had them here yet. So,
yeah,
a few years ago.
I'm still
Jake,
not.
drink you some milk. It'll put out that fire for now.
Yeah.
I'm not super convinced about the push bulb.
She had a saw.
Mm-hmm. Bring it back over here, dear.
I'm not super convinced about the little primer bulb deal they got on the 500Is because I've had bad luck with them on string trimmers and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a cute little thing.
Oh, that's a perfect picture of our channel right there. Don't move. Stay right there all day.
Ain't that a dandy? I bet that fits. I bet that fits Tina's hand just right.
It does.
I felt a lot safer up in the bucket of the tractor with it than a regular chainsaw.
I watched her raise up in a bucket of that tractor and cut. That was
I'm trying to give her my little 14-inch Echo that I got. That way she can actually cut something. She didn't want it. She wanted her little battery-powered steel.
I call it my baby saw.
Baby shark, baby shark.
Yeah, baby shark.
Tanner said you need supervision with that.
Baby steel.
You can probably cut wood or perform surgeries with that little saw.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep the chain sharp on it.
Remember,
Get a new one.
Yeah.
good.
But
I heard a rumor. There's a possibility Eric's going to buy him a sawmill.
hopefully, if the guy messaged me back, I messaged him the other day and he's looked at it, but he hasn't messaged me back yet. So, which I did the Facebook group page that I messaged him on. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll hear something back.
I'm just proud of Tina for getting up in the bucket of the tractor, because Nana, if I told her to get in the bucket of the tractor, she'd tell me what rope to go swing off of.
I knew he wasn't going to get up in it.
It was her idea to do it.
The same with Amy. I know she wouldn't get up in it at all.
Mm-hmm. The whole
And I
time
was
he's up
her driving a
She'd be
tractor.
afraid I'd leave her up there and go drink iced tea.
I figured he was going to dump me out.
the whole time she's up in the air, though, because I mean, I already had one blown hose on there, which it was on the steering, but the whole time up there, I'm sitting there looking at the hydraulic hose and I'm like, please, God, do not blow out. Please do not blow out. Because I know I'd get blamed for it. Kind of like that window down in Texas.
Was your chair.
Hey, Eric, you ought.
That's
I get
right.
that guy's phone number. You ought to call him if you don't hear back in a day or two, because I know you can get him on his phone.
Okay. Yeah, just
Because I
text
know
it to
he's
me.
got the money right now. It won't last long if he don't get it quick.
Yeah.
That means Tina's going to grab it. So, Eric, quick, bye. Hey, yes, you guys showed your little tiny saw back about 2 years ago, Sager, gave me their saw to try, and I did. And I have had that same saw that I use all the time. I've actually wore it out so bad I need to get another blade for it. That thing will last, and it cuts and cuts. I love the saw.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
I
like
mean,
still 271 Farm Boss I got, which is my primary saw. I love the heck out of it. I put an 18-inch bar on there. I know a lot of people talk about it's not a pro saw or nothing.
That's okay. You're not a pro.
That's true. I mean, it came with a 20-inch bar. I told them when they're at the steel shop there in Lanigan where I got it, I said, I want an 18-inch bar on it. She kind of looked at me and I'm like, I've already researched it and I throw keep an 18-inch bar, keep my teeth sharp on it, and I mean it'll eat. It'll eat. I did buy that what was it last year? I bought the clone of the MS26 or 660 with
Yeah.
and that's a fun little saw but that just like the steel though, it is heavy because it's got a 3 or 3 foot bar on it. But I made a video of it when I first got it. Was it back in the spring or last year?
This was last fall.
It may have been last fall.
okay. I'm getting butchered in the comments, y'all. And Xander'd like to come over here and knock a knot on my noggin for singing a little jingle. But hey, Xander, you can't hurt my feelings. One of my youth kids heard me sing a little bit of a jingle once, and she said, "Did you just sing that?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Did you take choir in school?" I said, "No." And she said, "Then you shouldn't sing." So you my feelings.
Good
Go
night,
ahead and
Amy.
try.
Night, Amy.
Now wait a minute. Amy always says she's going to bed, but she'll be back on in about 10 more minutes.
Good night for now, Amy.
See you in a little bit.
Night for the first time.
Yes.
I know. It'll be stuck in your head, that song.
What, baby?
Oh,
Shark,
sweet.
do,
Hey,
baby.
that's not me.
I mean, it's better than standing outside with your mouth open wide.
Anything but the song.
Quit it, or you'll be singing. This is the song that
That's right.
never ends.
Never ends. It goes on and on, my friends.
Somebody started singing it. What it was.
Hey, did I tell you?
You forget our kids, all of our kids grew up in the Barney generation, Alexander. So we had to listen to that on VHS until finally I got so mad that when the kids were gone, I opened up that little cover on that VHS and I cut the tape.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's
Take
the
that
reason
song
all of our VHS players were out. Yep.
I hate it. And Teletubbies.
Oh,
Oh, I could not stand them. They have new Teletubbies out now, and it's even worse.
It's even worse.
Oh, you know,
No.
how could they get more annoying than that?
right?
Nah.
you know,
Oh,
and
it
as bad
is.
as
Because they
SpongeBob,
made Teletubbies woke. That's how.
Yes.
any day of the week
There's the
over.
purple dinosaur.
Sorry.
I love you. You.
Ah,
Love you. We're a happy family.
Oh, Alexander says, "Oh, Barney got to Italy too, Dale."
Every once in a while,
goodness gracious.
you walk around the house. Nobody loves me. Nobody. Because one of our grandkids was singing that one time with the song from one of the cartoons. But it was funny.
mhm.
Yep.
You know, my wife still watches cartoons with the kids or whatever, but I played one that just came up. It was like a 7-minute video the other night while I'm laying there trying to go to sleep. And it was Speedy Gonzalez and Slowpoke Rodriguez. And you know, the one line that I remembered from all that they played, I was shocked. And it was like, "Don't mess with Slowpoke Rodriguez. He packed a gun." And I'm like, yeah, I don't know how come I can remember that, but I can't remember somebody who's still standing in front of me.
Angie down there finishing the song.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let my kid watch
Thank you.
Teletubbies
Thank
if
you,
we
Ray.
didn't need it there.
You can sleep on the couch tonight.
I don't think
I'm a
so.
very dysfunctional family.
Well, this preacher's got to figure out that he's going so I can get up in the morning and go do what I got to do. So I'm going to have to get off from here.
Yeah, you're gonna have an early morning, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
I think. Yeah.
Good night, Paul. Have a good night. Oh, have a good night, Paul.
Anything 7 o'clock is early. Yep. Sure is.
And of course, Forrest Gump, a little bit of Tom
Hanks. Oh, shoot. I keep
Good
messing
night.
Yeah, you got it back there.
That's,
up. Have a good night, buddy.
All right.
it just
Everybody,
feels
2 thumbs up for Paul.
about to say. I want to tell you one of the weirdest
We
things.
love you, Paul. Good night.
Oh, yep. Let me go and tell you good night, Paul, because I know here comes the story. And
I got to tell you a story, and then I got.
Wait a minute. Is this going to take long?
And after I cut my thumb off, and I got that all out of the wrap and everything was healed over, I would go to put my hand in my pocket, and it would stop right where that thumb would normally hang on my pocket. And some still do that, and it's just weird. And so one of Anita's friends says, well, you need to try this mirror trick where it'll trick your mind into believing there's still a thumb on that hand. And I said, why would I want to do that? Then I'd mess up and cut it off again.
Oh, I knew it. He's going to be gone.
oh, that's why I went ahead and told him bye before he even told the story.
I knew he was going to do it, but I didn't know when.
And poof.
That's why he did the train on the other night.
That's funny.
I can't believe that Amy, she went to bed on us. I don't believe that. I know she is laying there
She's
watching us.
Yep.
Yep.
James
Night,
Paul
James.
said he's leaving.
Hi, James.
Night, James.
Good night, James.
Paul, have you ever thought?
Putting your big toe up there. Hey, I'm going to tell you, I got a friend that lost his big toe, and you can't hardly function without your big toe. Like that's what keeps your balance. Like he's had a lot of.
He had
a lot of issues.
Or my daddy's friend. You had to learn how to rewalk with it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You just know it.
I had another growing up. That same guy that used to jerk that steel chainsaw until he'd lose his religion. He was helping his daddy unhook a plow from a tractor, and of course his dad was telling him, just pull the pin. Come on, just pull the pin on it. We got things to do. And he says, but Dad, what's the hitch gonna do? He said, boy, pull the pin. So he pulled the pin on that plow, and that plow went boom and cut all of his toes off, except for the big one and the one next to it. And I'm gonna tell you, as a little kid, when you're like 4 and 5 years old, and you see somebody wear a pair of flip-flops, and there's only the big toe and the one next to it to hold their flip-flop on, it kind of messes with your mind just a little bit.
St. Chris is in there saying, yep, about Amy.
Oh, yeah, you know she's listening.
Yep.
I know she is.
Because you could go 30 minutes from now and you say something that would catch her attention,
and she's
going to be on. Oh, I just heard this. And had to say something.
You talking about those chainsaws. There's a channel that we probably all know. Anyway, he couldn't start his chainsaws. He had two of them, and he needed to cut a tree down. He couldn't get his to start, so he went and grabbed his neighbor's saw. And he always complained about his saws not starting. He grabbed his neighbor's saw, said it was going to work. He sat there in a video like a dozen times trying to start it. Finally, I guess he shut the camera off and come back with it running. It was the same type saw skill. Couldn't start it.
Uh-oh.
Went and bought one, didn't he?
I don't know what he did. No, he used his friends. He had two of them that wouldn't run. He could never start. So he grabbed his neighbor's, and his neighbor said it starts and runs. So he started with the video, and he pulled the thing like a dozen times. It wouldn't start.
Night, Xander.
Yeah.
Not
Jump. Xander, be safe, my friend.
Oh, choruses. I know all about that. Learn how to walk with no toes.
Tony.
Well, and I know a lot too.
So that's not to keep running down the stills, but the guy that the place we used to rent and I used to work for, he took his two steel chainsaws to him to have them worked on, tuned all up, because we were going to put in a mile of fence. And, it was in the brush, and we had to cut brush out of the way for it. And so he pulls up, we pull back there to where we're building the fence, and he's all proud of himself. Hey, I took these two saws in. I spent like $300 on getting them all tuned up, new bars and chains. We're ready to go. And he gasses this thing up and puts oil in it. And then he starts jerking on that chainsaw, trying to get it to start. And he does that for about 15 minutes. And then pretty soon the expletives start flying. And he's still jerking on this chainsaw. And I go about my business. I just go start working as he's trying to start this saw. Pretty soon, I hear the biggest commotion, something banging. And he had that saw by the bar, and he was beating it on the side of the flatbed on the truck until there was just pieces left of that steel chainsaw. And he said, hey, get in the truck. We got to go buy a new saw.
Hey, Ace, that's exactly what I was talking about right there. Ace has it. He mentioned it. It came out today. I've seen it.
Well, I know around here, you look at any professional logging outfit, and we've had a few of them out here between us and our neighbors. Every single one of them are running a steel saw. You won't see a Husky, you won't see an Echo, you won't see a pull-on. They'll all be steels.
We have steel weed eaters, steel chainsaws. We have all that. But we do have one steel chainsaw, the newest one, that it is a combination to crank. And we still don't know the combination. But there's a combination.
Night, Ace. Thanks for coming by and visiting us.
Good night, Ace.
Good night, Ace.
And
nice. See you later.
I was talking to one of them about it and everything else, and he goes, I'll tell you why every one of us runs steel chainsaws. And I was like, okay, what's that? He goes, because we actually have a steel dealer and somebody that can actually work on it. You don't have a Husky dealer.
Yeah.
You don't have.
Right.
Now, the steel shop does do Echoes, but they're home farm saws. They don't have any pro saws. There is now Eubanks equipment, and they do some Huskies, but they don't do the mechanicing like the local steel shop does. So, but
well, I'll tell you, when I was at the dealership, we about got to the point we just quit working on saws because, when dealership labor rate was over $150, I mean, people just throw a fit. You couldn't work on them for no time, because they could buy one. Well, not at today's prices on a saw. I mean, you go paying $1,200 for a saw, $150 in labor sounds cheap.
Mm-hmm. But I know like I said, my 271 I got, and then I've got a steel FS111R, and I can count on them to start and run for me every single time. They're the 271, when I do have it hot, when I go to restart it, after I fuel it up and sharpen the chain on it while it's still warm, I will have to fiddle with it to get it to start, but it's not a fight. But I don't know. I love those two that I have. Now the little Echo I haven't ran it hard. It's just a little 14-inch. I just use it for small stuff. And then that Chinese clone saw that I've got, the MS260, I haven't ran it enough yet to. All I know is with that compression valve on there, that is a booger to start.
Right.
So if you get a sawmill, Eric, I know a guy that would volunteer to come and run it.
I wonder who that is.
Uh-huh. And it'll be an open invite too. So, like I said, hopefully I'll get
that was
back.
So much fun running that one of Jason's. I love that thing.
Yeah.
Back, he was so excited.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've already got big plans on it for everything, which Tina talking to her sister today, because she's supposed to have this guy that's really interested in buying this place, but yet we haven't heard nothing. And Tina told her, it's like, we start building the house, we're done. We're tired of, getting ready to start a project and then somebody wanting to buy the farm and putting everything on hold again. So we're not
over and over and over.
We're done with putting projects on hold. And once we break ground and start going, especially if we get that sawmill, because we'll just start milling our own lumber and doing it ourselves from start to finish.
Yep.
We ain't selling.
I'm good enough stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Robin, welcome in.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about getting one. I know I've been looking at the one that Brian's got, and it's not that bad. You can buy it with the wheel kit for like $5,300, like $5,300 with the wheel kit.
Ooh.
Which is high. I mean, it's a lot of money, but
Paul, you might cause me to get in a divorce if you start opening an invitation to your meal.
Wait a minute. I thought Paul was going to do something, get ready for tomorrow, and he's still under like Amy.
Yeah, that's why I told him go to bed a while ago. He didn't even respond to that. He's just still answering questions.
Well, he's probably laying in bed in his underoos watching this right now.
Oh gosh.
Oh goodness.
I did not need that. I don't have nightmares now.
Well, he's got 4 more minutes.
Better want to put on there on Piggy's live tonight.
We used to have some.
He was on his way over, and it's like Eric says, "Does he need to go put on pants?"
Had some friends that used to cut my wood, which was Wiley and Jen, our mountain home, which now moved to Arkansas. They used to cut all my cedar, all kinds of me all the time. They treated me good about it, and I treated them good back because it was great to have them there. I love that saw they had.
Yep. Well, and that was one of the things I liked watching, like with Jason and Terry when they was all down there helping them. It's like, oh, we need some more 2x6s. Well, instead of running to Lowe's, they just ran down to the sawmill and come back with more 2x6s. So, which
I'm telling you, you don't realize how nice it is till you have that there. And it just make like building that shack, that YouTube studio, it was like, this is cool. Like,
yeah, we watched him today put windows in it.
Yeah, I seen it too. Yep. Oh, they had our shirts on. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like you guys. Hey, thanks for the show.
I'm sorry, Tony. We wear ours so they're dirty.
Honestly,
they're literally in the washing machine right now.
I didn't even have a plan. This is what I put on this morning when we was going to the craft show. So I was advertising for them all at the craft show. Granted, I had my bibs on, but I can still see it a little bit.
You had your bibs on at Pinecone too.
Yeah. I had to pull it up over to.
Yeah.
So he doesn't moon anybody.
Yeah. We were a little disappointed we didn't get the memo to bring our shirts to take a picture with the whole crew.
In all fairness, we didn't bring ours either. They were there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lisa's real quiet tonight. Lisa's always kind of
Get a
quiet.
word in.
But oh goodness,
It's past my bedtime.
It's way past Nana's
Yeah,
bedtime.
it's almost 11.
Yeah.
We actually slept in this morning.
Yeah, like 6:30.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we're going to cut out of here just because, yeah, we're
It's
tired.
starting to get a little chilly.
It is getting a little. This will probably be our last ride live now.
You never know. Next week.
What? No way.
It's 58
We ain't
outside.
gone 3 hours
54
yet.
here.
Amy.
I don't know what ours. How cold is it? I think it's probably like 80-something degrees here tomorrow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be warmer here tomorrow too. I think
That's
we're supposed
right.
to be by-
Although,
go ahead.
you know, if Amy would have come on here, we would have went 3 hours. But you know, being she didn't come on, you know.
She should have.
We can only make it 2 hours without her.
Yeah. Where's Amy? Hello, Amy.
Everybody.
We know you're listening.
Almost midnight. You're on that Ginger and Joey time, Lori.
But
All right.
unload the truck in the morning, and we got to run town and do some errands.
Yes,
and I need to do some video editing ourselves.
Since we don't have to worry about it raining.
Hey,
Yeah.
I started yesterday evening before the football game editing the video that come out today. I said, well, it's no big deal. I like to put my videos out in the morning. So I get to work this morning. I start back to editing. We had a blip at the plant, and we lost electricity. We lost the whole plant.
No.
And that's why well, y'all seen when I got on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has been all day. So we got electricity back about 2:30, 3 o'clock today.
No.
And while they was getting their side going, I got my video edited and got it put out. But I got to get another one edited somehow. And it ain't going to be tonight because I'm tired.
Yeah.
Tired.
Yeah, I think
Tired. I am tired.
How you spell that? Tard.
Tired.
Tired day.
T-A-R-E-D. Tired.
That ain't how you say it. Tard.
it's like we
All
got
right.
3 videos on Tina's phone, and I think I got at least 1 on mine. We got to get downloaded.
Oh, I got more than 3. You've just ignored me on them.
No, it's not, Lori. Today was a bad.
Well,
today
I mean,
was
you
one of
had
them
all
days
day
after Irma.
sitting there, Eric. You could have been editing all day sitting there.
Would you go lay down?
I didn't take the laptop with me. So.
Tired. There you go. Tired.
Good night, Angie.
That's it.
Yeah. Hey, I'll get off you.
Hey, Angie's the same way. Angie will tell you she's going to bed, and then 30 minutes later, she'll appear either outside the
She'll
window or just come
appear
in there
all
to come see.
Sitting in the
It's
chat.
too cold outside for her. She won't be knocking on the window. And it's not cold. It's 58.
Oh, and all
She's
she's gonna
probably
do
in
is
there
just
brewing.
speak to Lisa. Oh, that's fine, Angie.
She's
We see how it is.
she's
You only
probably
care about
in there
one of them.
warming up the Dutch oven for Tony here in a minute.
I don't like it warm. Babe, you in there?
But
Babe, you coming over for a second? Come on, say hi to everybody. Come on. They're all
Hey, just come at least say hi to Nana.
there you go.
Seems like the only one you're worried about.
Come on, babe. Just say hi, then you can run back.
He wears a mask. No fair.
You what?
I said love you all to everybody first.
Okay, well, they want to see you too. Yeah. Certainly.
Sweetly.
Why sweetly? She walked the other way, saying goodnight.
Nice.
Oh,
Hey, Angie.
Hi,
Angie, I'll tell you what to do though, Angie.
90
Angie,
today.
take that hose off of his mask, put a funnel on the end of it, hold it up to your back end, and just force feed it to him.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Hold it up there and let it rip.
Just tell him. I mean, she's just
Let her
helping
rip.
prevent you from getting dementia, Tony.
That's right.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't you
I
learn
know.
Oh, funny.
It's funny. You get that mask you put on, you used to, once it gets really cranking, and as soon as there's an air leak, you notice it, you're like, you're like, put it back on quick.
Do you use the one that goes over everything, or you use the nostril one?
No, it's a BiPAP. It goes over the whole everything. I have
Hey,
to
the
have.
one I've got has
There
got
she is.
mine's just got nostrils.
We had a deputy had surgery.
Hey there,
last week.
beautiful lady.
Right here.
Oh, hey.
I know.
Yeah, just take that hose straight off and just put it right there and force feed it to him.
Love you guys.
Love you
Hey,
too.
bye.
Love you.
All right, guys, I'm going to go too because I know you all want to go, Eric and Tina.
Yep.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
try.
we're gonna get out of here, guys.
Night,
We
Tony.
appreciate everybody jumping on here and being in here.
We had a
and
blast, as
Yep.
always.
So,
Yeah, we had a good time. Everybody have a good. Be safe.
all right, you too.
Well, thanks,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
See y'all.
See y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.